Hello and welcome to the realm of Midgard. I'm Jone and this is episode 20 from our realm. Last episode we got ourselves nice and geared up, ready for the end fight. As you can see, I've got my new shiny netherite, I was about to say diorite, wow, armor. I've also got my axe and sword, all their enchantments and everything. And yeah, so you're probably expecting that today is the day where we go and fight that dragon and those other few little mob bosses that I mentioned. But unfortunately, we have pushed that back at least another week now, so we're not going to be doing that. But, the tree's going to grow. But, I have done a few other things in between this episode and last episode. As you can see, I found a wandering trader who was selling some moss blocks, so I'm really happy for that. And well, we're going to use some of these in today's episode, so that's why I've got them on me for now. We've also finished up our builds how we had near the nether portal. There was 2 blank spaces there. Mr. Moreira wanted to build a enchanted book hut, and I kind of wanted to replace the nether hut that I tore down to build the brewing house. So let's go up and collect some of this beautiful new mossy block, and then I'll go through the village and give you a little tour of what's been added. Yes, we do have a few new pets. I'll show you them in a minute. Let's go collect some of this. Alright, so if we head over here, you can see this is where we've been growing our neverwort trees the never trees. God, I always mess them up. But I thought that this is a pretty good spot here to grow ourselves some moss. So, we spin around, break a block, place our moss, boom. Oh, we get the tree. That's cool. And then, there we go, we've got more moss blocks. Nice. We can replace this with some dirt. And let's just go around bone milling a heap of this. Ooh, another tree. Oh, and some carpet too. Oh, I didn't mean to mow. Oh. Ooh, let's collect some of these leaves with the flowers on it. How cool is that? I really like how these sort of trees come up with the leaves, and that gives a bit more of a texture and a bit more variety in what we've all had for so long. And also, where I'm going to be using these today over in the industrial area, these leaves won't go to that really yuck, sickly green. So that's a huge bonus, and well, something that I really want to get done for today's project, because otherwise it's just going to look really bad. So yeah, let's collect a few of these leaves, a few more mossy blocks, and then I'll see you in the village. See you then. Run, get inside, it's raining, fool. Alright, so spent maybe 5 minutes, bone mealing moss, and from our original 4 blocks, we've now got 2 stacks plus 26. And also we've gotten ourselves a few of the flowering azaleas and the azalea little shrubs, saplings themselves, half a stack of the moss carpet, and some of these nice cool new leaves. I'm really happy with this block. I'm going to go over and place 1 or 2 of these in Athika's and Ranga's mailboxes so that they can, use them and have a bit of fun. And yeah, so let's go quickly do that now. Let's see. Has Athika even got room in his mailbox? Well, he doesn't, so it goes there. Let's see if Ranga does. Oh, he does. And you know what? I'm going to upgrade his bush. Now, doesn't that tie the place together? Ah, perfect. Alright, so before I got distracted with the moss blocks, I was talking about Mr. Moreira and myself finishing up those little 2 builds, which, as you can see over here, don't diss my chimney. It's the first time I've built one, and I think it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. We come up here, we've got Rhaegar's Enchanted Book Hut. Now, I don't think it's been stocked up yet, but I really like it. It's tying in nicely with this sort of nether portals over there, so the whole area is a bit more corrupted. But if we swing around here, you can see our new pets. We've got a brown axolotl, a pink one, a yellow, or I think it's a gold, and we did have the white and stripy one. Where is it? We had one. Don't worry. I've been, as you know, I wanted to get one of those blue ones, so I've been breeding up a fair few over in the industrial area. We'll check that out when we head there. But, yeah, these guys really tie this little pond together. It's just so cool seeing them swim around. They tend to like to try and go up the waterfall, and they come down over here and check out the coral blocks and the pickles, but, yeah. Alright, now, as you can see, I've done a bit more decorating over here and brought back the nether hut. So this is kind of where, you know, we'd be coming back from our explorations and placing our new blocks and all up here, leaning up against the hut. I've left it as an open sort of plan because I didn't get the door to fit and I wasn't going to spend too much more time on it. So, yeah, it's open plan now. But we've got our ender chest here ready for if we ever need it. I do have a little one of these, which are really cool. You can sort of go over there and see a little axolotl swimming along. But we've added in some gold armor and our sign, remember your gold if you're going to head in there. We've got some little beds and a little chimney. Yeah, it's sort of, I'm happy with how it came up. I like the roof, you know, it's sort of a bit more of a cool standout design compared to like the dark and bit more gloominess of the rest of the build. And same with the roof up here. We've got like the stripped variation of those stems, but I don't know, this one reminds me of just like the red frog lollies, just looking at its skin. Yeah. So that's what I've sort of been doing between episodes, as well as breeding some axolotls. So let's head over there now and check out the breeding location. Alright, I'll bring you in a minute. I spy with my little eye a whole heap of axolotl. Yes, so I have set up just over here a little pond, makeshift water area where I can breed them all up. We've got a large assortment of the brown axolotls and then the blue or the white with that blue stripe on it. Kind of hoping that one will help increase my odds of getting a blue one, but it doesn't seem to be so far because yeah, we've been doing this a fair bit. If I let's just go up here, grab some of these buckets of tropical fish, which is what you need to breed them. They're not the cheapest mob to try and breed. They're not the most expensive, I guess. Alright, they're all going to follow me. Now, if one of these get out, it's going to be a big problem because they'll just go and kill it before I can get it in the bucket. So let's go you and you. Yes. Alright. Not a blue one. Let's go you and you. Still not a blue one. So now we come along and just pick up a few of these extra ones that are gathered up over here. Try and keep, yeah, that's 4 in there still, sweet. And we just keep rinsing and repeating. So that's what I've been up to in between these episodes. Let's now talk about what I'm planning to do for today, once I empty my inventory of axolotl. Alright, so I've been a little bit more prepared for today, as in I've marked out an area and just gotten it a little bit ready. So let's spin around and show you what I'm thinking. So with the new update of 1.17, we've got the copper blocks, which you've probably seen in my front yard out there by spawn. And to, well, stop them from either oxidizing or going any further, you use the honeycombs to wax it on and wax off sort of thing. So I was watching Pixel Riff's latest Empire SMP episode, and he made a really simple honeycomb farm. So I thought I could replicate this. As you can see here, I've sort of got a rough dirt diagram of what I've got to do. This is going to be my hive. One space there for bees to be able to go out. Got the flower. Going to have a dispenser up there, shooting down shears to shear it. They're going to be picked up by a hopper minecart, which will sit on a hopper. Over here, you've got an observer checking out every time this thing moves. This block here, so we can run our line up to our observer. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward farm. So I thought, let's see. First off, because I don't know if this will work. Because you see, that's the green of the grass, and we got our moss. Can we... I've collected some stuff. Can we place a flower on the moss? We can. This is excellent news. We're just going to replace all of this grass here, which is my markings. So we're going to try and have 6 along. And replace this with our moss. So it's nice and green. Our bees can have a bit of a nicer looking home. So let's just quickly do this. Alright, so now we've got our... Whoa. Did that turn that block into... What happened there? I don't remember placing 2 moss blocks. I'm losing it. Alright, so now I've placed down the moss blocks, which is going to sort of show where our bees will be sitting. I would like to do something that I've never done over here in the industrial area and plan ahead. I want to set up where my items will be getting dispensed into the waterways, so I don't need to try and, you know, jigger around areas that I probably shouldn't be doing. I broke the sugarcane farm doing exactly that. Let's try and avoid it this time. So, if I grab out what I think I'm going to need, I might actually just chuck some of this stuff in there for now. Oh, that's all going to fit. It's alright, I'm going to take a dropper, my hoppers, that, maybe them, a few of these, and some cobblestone. Alright, so if I go down here, it's my little makeshift way in and out. I've got it marked up here that this is where I want my dispenser to be sort of facing into this glass, and it's going to be shooting its way down there. I've just realised that water is going to be in the way, so let's pillar back up here, grab out some more ice and some more glass, and let's just extend it on. So do that, we'll come up over here, break this, and of course it's going to do that, so I'm just going to place that. Nope, silk touch, and again do that. Oi. I'm going to set up this stuff so you don't need to keep seeing me fail. Or do you like seeing me fail? Comment below. Oh wow. Alright, I'll bring you back in. Okay, well, that's not... Okay, so I've filled up the water. Let's have a look. So now we're going to add it back in here, and it's just going to run through here, which is going to knock it off into this stream, which should be flowing the other way. I might have to check that one. We can check that now by just going up. Nope, can't. No. Up here. And let's just drop in a piece of glass and let's see. Yeah, it goes on. So sweet. And they'll break that one. There'll be another glass in the system as it flows through. Alright, so now that we've got that, let's place our... Just break this bit of dirt. I'm going to place a piece of cobblestone down so we can place our dropper onto it. And we're going to need to also put in another piece of glass there. And we'll need to do one here as well. So that hopefully now that's all sealed up and will work. So we just now to go, where are we going to have our items coming in? I plan to do that through here. So we'll have a hopper line that comes down to there. So now we need our comparator, which will tell us, yep, I've got stuff in me, like that stick. I have something in me. Let's go up there like so. Then we want a power to be drawn out of that block. I did not bring enough stuff. Let's see, what do I need to grab before I go out of here? So I want my signal to be picked up from here, to come through to here. I do want another cobblestone block there, which will be powered by the observer. So, I'm not going to be able to place it that way with ease. Okay, I can get out of here quick enough. So let's just do this one nice and simple. Like so. Now I'll just jump out of here. And that will be all good. Now let's come back over to here. Drop out some of this stuff. Alright, I've got myself a repeater now. Let's chuck this in. Like so. So it powers this block. Let's go back in again. Put in... let's go put in a few more sticks. So that's signaling there. Now we want our piston. Okay, this is going to be a bit tricky, so let's try and build this up now. So we want our piston. We want this block here to sit there, but facing the other way, obviously. So we go there like so. Now we want our piston. No, it's not a piston. And that's not the right spot either. Want our piston to be like that. And now I'm hoping that by just placing this block here, that's it. We've got our setup all ready to go. Now if we were to place this stack of sticks in there, in they go. If we jump up quick enough, off our sticks go. So I fumbled around it a fair bit, but in the end we got it all set up. So that is how we are sending up our items into the water system to go into the sorting system. Now, what I will do though, because over in the sorting system we're going to need to put 2 stacks, or 41. Well, we need 41 of what item we want filtered into the system. So I'm going to break this one here because we're going to need to collect up some of the honeycombs before we can store it properly, otherwise it's just going to get missorted. So let's come along and plan our next step, which is we're going to need a hopper underneath each one of these. So let's grab out our hoppers, and that wasn't grabbing out our hoppers, that was. Alright, so I'm kind of just wanting to just jimmy up a little bit. There we go. Want a hopper there and one there. Alright, so now we can mark in. Oh no, I've made a mistake. Oh wait, I can get out this way. Whew, thought I was trapped. We can go down here and as I've taken out the one hopper in the chain already, it's not going to fill into the system, but everything can be ready to go. So let's just get all that ready. Now the beauty of having our iron farm set up so early is we can really just afford to use hoppers like this because we've just got so much iron. I have at least 2 double chests of iron blocks, which we just let Athika use as decoration, and not even decoration, but just scaffolding sometimes. So honestly, Silent Whispers iron farm should be a must set up in your world early on, because it just goes incredible. So now let's go make sure nothing's in here first. Okay, good. So if we go up and drop one bit of dirt in each one of these, we should see that we'll end up with 6 pieces at the end there, which is, if I can throw it in right, which will tell us that everything is connected up and heading to the right spot. And then we can move on. Have we got 6? We do. Sweet. Alright, let's move on to the next step, which is going to be putting in these dispensers. And now I think I'm just going to go and make a nice line across so I can... Actually, let me test this first, because I don't want to place it and then be like, oops, that's wrong. So okay, good, it will do that. Alright, let me continue doing this. I think let's do the bees last. So for now, I'm going to put the dummy blocks in so I can have it, facing in, like so. Nope, crouch. Now I am also 1 bee's nest or beehive short from having this system up and running completely. I don't know why I'm missing a flower there, so unfortunately I'm going to have to breed up to get 1 more bee to set up for this, but that shouldn't be too hard. Now I want to take my spruce and go around each edge of these. Like so. Now this way, actually I probably should, so our minecarts don't go moving around. Smart move. And we'll put him in on the back too. This is now starting to look quite decent, I think. I do have the flower ones on me and the normal ones. So let's now, actually, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just go in and put in our rails so we can sit our hopper minecart in there. Pick block for the win. Well, we're speeding along with this. Let's I've got the stone still on me. Now I would have liked to use honeycomb blocks on this sort of back part here, but unfortunately, well, I don't have any yet. So until we get them, stone is going to have to do. Alright, placing in all that redstone there now. Got my glass, which I want to have. I really want it to be along the front, and definitely section off all of these spots here. I reckon it looks really cool for our little bee enclosure. So what we've got to do now is, well, eat some potatoes. I'm hungry. We need to put our little roof on it. I don't think the roof needs to really be that big. No pun intended. But actually, let's go down here with this. I'm sure I've got that on me. Well, that looks alright. Oh, we've got 2 more. And then I think we might just even decorate a little bit with these. So let me just quickly pop this up. Alright guys, so this is our basic look of this. I haven't put the little roof on it yet because, well, I've got to put in the bees now and I'm a little bit scared. So let's just do this one at a time. I really hope that all these hives that I've collected do have bees still in it. So let's go through, place it. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in and out quick enough. I'm probably going to have to wait till morning to know for sure if there's bees in it or not. Ooh, I'm hearing some buzzers, it's a good sign. Right, it's raining, it's a little bit cold, bees don't really want to come out yet, so I haven't been able to see if, you know, all these nests have bees in it. I can hear some, so that's a good sign. It's the one we still need to get. But yeah, so I'm now going to go fill all these dispensers up with shears and yeah, see how it goes. So I'll bring you back in when I've got sign of bees. Bees! We have bees! Okay. Looks like three hives have bees. There's 3 in that one. There's 2 there. There's 3 there. Alright. So we need to get a few more bees then. I've been very confused. Haven't seen it quite yet trigger. So, yeah, just going to sort of look around a little bit. I'm waiting to see if it's when they come out that the observer actually detects that rather than when they go in, because it didn't get harvested when they went in. The baby can't make up if it wants to go in. But I did see that one trigger when it tried to go out. So, let's see. No durations or anything. So let's just watch this. Make up your mind, little fella. Do you want to go in or out? All these guys are out here. So yeah, see, look, that one went in and it didn't trigger. So now, just waiting to see. This guy's all sorts of confused. I'm waiting for one to come out and see what happens. Why didn't that get triggered? Bro, watch this one before get triggered. Why isn't it not working here? Can I blame the confused little baby bee? I'm blaming the confused baby bee. This is why it's not working. Confused baby bee. So see, like even that should just trigger it. So if I put in Azalea, yeah. So the principle works, guys. I'm just really confused. I'm blaming that baby bee. So some time has passed now. I've managed to collect up the last 3 beehives that we needed so we could have this whole system running. I set up a little bit of a birch farm just in the other chunk, which I'll show you when we come up. But for now, let's take a look and see how many we've collected. So a stack plus 17. It's not the 2 stacks that we were wanting to set up the sorting system, but it's definitely a start. So if we come up here, you can see that this is where I've been growing birch trees to try and get the beehives and then place them into here, which we have now all complete. But yeah, so here's one beehive ready to get going for when I do the next layer, which will be how we get our honey bottles so we can get the honey blocks. But as you can see here, there are some flaws with our design. Now, I had to change all the back wall from the leaf blocks to the moss blocks, so it was a solid block and the honeycombs wasn't keep getting shot out to the side. I also had to put on these half slabs to sort of prevent it, and it has cut it down a little bit, but where this redstone is, it's still getting triggered. So I'm going to try now removing the redstone off of this, and hopefully this line will be just enough to be able to trigger it. And that way we can sort of prevent any more lossages there. So have I got some more slabs? I do. So we're just going to run over the top and hope that that prevents any more of the honeycomb or combs being shot out in the direction we don't want them to. Other than that, everything's working pretty good with it. I'm really happy with how this is turning out. As I said, we've got our spare beehive there ready for when we do the honey part of this farm. But I mean, a little bit more decoration, but I'm probably just going to leave it as this is at the moment. So let's head over now and put these into the sorting system, so that way we can set it all up and have it finished, and yeah, we can do a proper AFK session and start collecting up our honeycomb. So is it this hopper? Nope. So what we got to do here is let's okay, so we need 41 for it to be locked, and if we do that we should have both of them at the right capacity, and when they start coming through we'll be able to collect them up. Now if you're wanting to know why I've used 2 hoppers and 2 sort of lots of chests for the sorting system, it's because Bedrock has a bit of a bug where if items come through too fast, the hopper just won't pick it up even if it's supposed to. So by having that second hopper there, it's just doubling it up and making it a little bit more, you know, assured that it's going to be picked up and not end up in our junk chest, which a few items have already. So I'll show you. We've collected up so many bottles and whatnot from our witch farm, but we also get the occasional, yeah, there we go, these aren't even getting sorted in. It's always the way, you try to show something and it's not going to be there. There we go. So you see our glowstone and spider eyes and a few sticks and redstone. It's gone through too quickly and the hoppers haven't picked it up, and it's just ended up over here in our junk leftover chest. So with our honeycomb farm behind me, the bees all looking pretty happy with their enclosure and their setup, that is where we are going to be leaving it for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process of this being built, me making quite a few mistakes along the way. And yeah, so if you've made it this far into the video, thank you very, very much. And until next time, where we will hopefully be fighting the Ender Dragon. Wait. Sorry, Future Mountain here. I forgot to show you actually setting up the system so it's running in. Let's go put in that last hopper and finish off the job properly. And on down here for the final connection. And there we go. Oh, Edda's ready to go for us. We should see coming up here. There they go. There they are. Well, then we have really done this properly. Alright, so proper finish now. If you've made it this far, thank you very, very much. Hopefully next time we'll do the dragon fight, and until next time, bye!